We only set the dining room for important guests, Mom said with a thin smile, gesturing toward the kitchen. You understand, don't you, Rachel? I stood in the foyer of their mansion, watching as servants arranged fine china for my sister's special announcement dinner. My simple black dress felt out of place among the crystal chandeliers and marble floors. Of course, I replied quietly, checking my phone. Another notification from my private banking team blinked on the screen. My sister Amanda swept into the room, dripping in designer labels. We came. How entice. Her eyes raked over my outfit. The kitchen staff could probably use help with dishes. Before I could respond, my phone vibrated. The acquisition was complete. The numbers made me smile slightly. Something funny about being relegated to the servants' quarters? Amanda smirked. Just a message from work, I said mildly. Oh right, your little, what do you call it? Investment thing. She waved dismissively. Speaking of which, my hedge fund just closed another billion-dollar deal. Mom beamed. Amanda's been so successful. Top of the financial world. My phone buzzed again. The transfer was processing. And what have you been up to, Rachel? Amanda asked with fake concern. Still trying to make ends meet with your startup? I checked my notification. The billions were moving exactly as planned. Something like that, I murmured. Well, Mom interjected, the kitchen has leftovers if you're hungry. We're having an important dinner in the dining room. Amanda's announcing her new position as CEO. My phone pinged loudly. The transfer was complete. What's that? Amanda frowned at my phone's insistent notification. Just a banking alert, I said. Overdraft warning, she laughed. I remember those days. Before I made my first million. I turned my phone screen toward them. Actually, it's a transfer confirmation. Mom squinted at the numbers. Is that? $4.2 billion, I confirmed. The acquisition just completed. Amanda's champagne glass slipped from her fingers, spraying across the imported tablecloth. What? The transfer, I explained calmly. From the purchase of your hedge fund's parent company. Purchase of? Mom's voice trailed off. Yes, I pulled up the confirmation email. As of 3 minutes ago, I own the company you work for, Amanda. All of it. Dad chose that moment to walk in. Why is everyone standing around? Amanda's guests will be here soon to celebrate her CEO announcement. There won't be an announcement, I said, showing him my phone. The board just approved my takeover bid. The CEO position is no longer available. Takeover. Amanda's face had gone pale. That's impossible. Our firm is worth billions. $4.2 billion to be exact, I nodded. Which I just transferred to your former owners. Mom grabbed the back of a chair for support. But you're poor. You live in that tiny apartment. That tiny apartment is the top 3 floors of a building I own, I corrected her. Along with most of the financial district. You can't. Amanda was frantically checking her work email. This isn't. Her phone dinged with a company-wide announcement. Her face went from pale to ashen as she read. Effective immediately, she whispered. Ownership has transferred to Walker Industries under CEO Rachel Walker. Your sister, I finished for her. The one you relegated to the kitchen. Dad was staring at my phone, still displaying the transfer amount. All this time. While you were mocking my startup? I smiled slightly. I was building an empire. One that just bought out your precious hedge fund. But the kitchen. Mom gestured weakly toward the back of the house. Is probably staffed by people who work harder than anyone in your dining room, I said. Which is why I prefer their company. My phone buzzed again. Another notification. Excuse me, I checked the message. My team needs approval for the restructuring plan. Amanda, you should check your email. Your new position in the company will be outlined there. New position? She stammered. Don't worry, I assured her, heading for the door. I'm not firing you. Just reassigning you to a more suitable role. After all. I paused in the doorway. We should keep it in the family, right? I left them standing there. Mom clutching her pearls. Dad staring at my phone's screen still showing the billions. And Amanda slowly sliding into a chair as she read about her demotion in the company she thought she was about to run. This has to be a mistake, Amanda was saying as I took a business call in their marble foyer. Daddy, call the board. Call someone. My phone's speaker carried my CFO's voice clearly. Ms. Walker, the restructuring is proceeding as planned. Would you like to announce the new executive team now? Let's wait until Amanda finishes reading her reassignment letter, I replied, watching my sister frantically scroll through her phone. I believe she's just reaching the part about her new position. A strangled sound escaped Amanda's throat. Junior analyst? Under supervision. Well, I said, ending my call, we can't have someone who's never built anything from scratch running a major division. You'll need to learn the business from the ground up. Dad was still staring at the transfer confirmation on his phone. But your startup, you said you were struggling. No, I corrected him, you said I was struggling. I said I was building something. There's a difference. My phone chimed with another notification. I pulled up the holographic display, letting it project in the middle of their foyer. Real-time trading data floated in the air, showing billions in motion. Mom stepped back. That's more money than Amanda's entire hedge fund managed. That's just the morning trading volume, I said, swiping through displays. The real assets are in the technology division. Amanda had found her voice again. Technology? You're an investment company. No, I enlarged one of the displays. I'm a technology company that revolutionized investment banking. Your hedge fund was still using outdated trading models while my algorithms were reshaping global finance. The hologram shifted to show my company's total holdings. Mom actually gasped. 30 billion? Dad's voice cracked. As of this morning, I nodded. Though with the Asian markets opening soon, that number will probably change. Amanda was now standing, her designer dress wrinkled from her nervous fidgeting. But you live so simply. Your clothes, your apartment. Because I don't need external validation, I said, adjusting my simple black dress. Though this plain dress probably cost more than your monthly salary. I just don't feel the need to broadcast it. My phone buzzed again. The hologram updated automatically. Another 2 billion in trading profits, I noted casually. Looks like the European markets are responding well to the acquisition. Mom had to sit down. 2 billion, just like that? Just like that, I confirmed. While you were showing me to the kitchen, my algorithms were transforming the financial industry. Speaking of which, I turned to Amanda. That promotion you were so excited to announce? It would have put you in charge of a division that uses my technology to function. You'd have been working for me anyway. The color drained from Amanda's face. All those trades, our record profits, were because of my trading system, I finished. Your entire firm has been running on my technology for the past year. I just decided it was time to make it official. Dad stepped forward, his voice shaking slightly. Rachel, about dinner. The kitchen comment was perfectly fitting, I cut him off. Because unlike some people in this house, I actually respect the people who do the real work. I checked my phone again. Which reminds me, I should call my team about the restructuring. The hologram shifted to show the new organizational chart. Amanda's name was now several levels down from the top, under Junior Analytics Training Program. You can't do this, she whispered. Actually, I swiped through some documents. According to the takeover agreement I just spent $4.2 billion on, I can. But don't worry. Unlike some executives, I believe in giving everyone a chance to prove themselves. Even those who showed me to the kitchen. My phone chimed with an urgent alert. Excuse me, I said, pulling up another holographic display. The Tokyo Exchange is opening and there's a major trading opportunity. They watched in stunned silence as I moved billions between accounts with a few quick gestures, the hologram showing money flowing like digital rivers. That's more than our entire family fortune, Mom whispered. That's more than the GDP of some countries, I corrected her. Amazing what you can build when you're not worried about impressing people at dinner parties. Amanda had slumped against the wall, still staring at her reassignment letter. Junior analyst. Training program. Performance reviews. Consider it a learning opportunity, I suggested. You'll finally understand how real wealth is created, not just managed. My phone buzzed one final time. Ms. Walker, my AI assistant announced, your helicopter is waiting. The board would like to discuss the post-acquisition strategy. Of course, I headed for the door then paused. Oh, and Mom? About those kitchen leftovers? I just bought the restaurant. All of them, actually. The chef is now overseeing a global hospitality empire. I smiled slightly. Funny how the help can surprise you, isn't it? I left them standing in their foyer, the hologram still displaying billions in motion, a digital monument to everything they'd dismissed. Sometimes the best seat at the table isn't in the dining room, it's in the boardroom you secretly owned all along. The silence in their foyer was broken by the sound of more incoming notifications. Each ping made Amanda flinch as if physically struck. Let's look at what your new position entails, I said, expanding a section of the hologram. You'll start by learning our proprietary trading algorithms. The ones your team has been paying millions to access. Millions? Dad repeated weakly. We've been paying you millions. Oh, that's right, I smiled. Your personal investment portfolio uses our systems too. Through Amanda's firm, you've been paying me a percentage of your profits for years. Mom sank deeper into her chair. All those returns we were so proud of were generated by my technology, I confirmed. The daughter you sent to the kitchen has been managing your wealth better than any of your hand-picked financial advisors. The hologram shifted again, displaying their family's investment history. See these spikes in performance? I pointed to several dramatic upturns. Each one coincides with the implementation of one of my algorithms. Amanda was squinting at the data. The Morrison strategy, our most successful trading model, that was you? Named after Mom's maiden name, I nodded. A little family touch. Though she was too busy planning your celebratory dinners to notice. My phone lit up with another urgent message. Interesting, I murmured, pulling up a new display. Your hedge fund's Singapore office just tried to execute a major trade without authorization, attempting to move assets before the takeover becomes public. Amanda's face went even paler. I might have made some calls. And this is exactly why you're starting in junior analytics, I said, reversing the transactions with a few quick gestures. Lesson 1. Every trade is tracked, logged, and monitored by my systems. You can't hide money from the person who invented the technology that moves it. The hologram updated to show the reverse transactions. Billions flowing back under my control. Your office access has been revoked, I added, watching the security protocols engage. You'll get your new credentials Monday morning. Report to HR at 8 a.m. sharp. Business casual dress code. Business casual? Mom looked horrified. We care more about competence than couture, I explained. Though Amanda, that Chanel suit you're wearing? The one you bragged about at Christmas? My company owns a controlling stake in the fashion house now. So technically you're still wearing something I paid for. Dad had found his voice again. All this time, while we were pitying you. You were working for me, I finished. Your investments, your trades, your profits, all flowing through my systems, building my empire one patronizing dinner invitation at a time. The hologram pulsed with new data. Asian markets responding to the acquisition news. Your company's stock just jumped 30%, Amanda noted, her financial training kicking in despite her shock. Our company, I corrected her. But your profit sharing starts only after you finish training. Speaking of which, I checked the time. You should start those manuals. Quiz on Monday. A quiz, she squeaked. Welcome to real finance, sister, I smiled. Success is measured by what you know, not your dinner seat. My phone buzzed. The board is waiting, I said, heading out. Amanda, remember 8 a.m. Monday. Those leftovers you offered, send them to my office. I never forget where I came from, or where I'm going. The hologram dissolved. The foyer felt small. They were surrounded by echoes of billions they never knew they were chasing. Next morning my office AI announced, Ms. Walker, your sister is at HR. Wearing couture for orientation. I pulled up the feed. Amanda sat awkwardly, clutching her Hermes bag. The other new analyst stared. Your mother called 12 times, AI continued. Dad's investment manager requests an urgent meeting. Of course he is, I murmured, watching our stock climb. Put him through. Ms. Walker, the manager stammered. About Mr. Walker's portfolio. You mean the one your firm manages with my technology? I displayed the details. The one where you take credit for my algorithms? We didn't know, he said. Now you do. Management fees are being renegotiated. My phone buzzed. Amanda's orientation was starting. Excuse me, I said. Need to check her training. On the HR feed, Amanda stared at her packet like hieroglyphics. Module 1, Basic Algorithm Structure, the director said. Learn the systems from the ground up. But I was going to be Sue, Amanda said. And now you learn how real wealth is created, the director replied. Ms. Walker insists on basics first. AI chimed. Your mother is in the lobby. I sighed. Mom stood, lost in her pearls and designer suit. Send her up, I said. Let's finish this family drama. Mom entered, eyes wide at the real-time global financial displays. Rachel, she began, stopping at the numbers. Morning trading volume? Yes. I gestured. Moving more than our entire family fortune every few minutes. She sat, hands twisting. Amanda is learning real work, I said, showing the HR feed. See? She's taking notes. But she was supposed to be CEO, Mom protested. Of a company she didn't build, using tech she doesn't understand? I raised an eyebrow. That's not real success. Phone chimed. Another billion in transactions. Dad's manager just learned who powers their trading, I said. Funny how respect comes when they see who signs the checks. Mom stared at the displays. All this time, while sending you to the kitchen. I was building this, I gestured to the screens. Every dismissal, every comment, every real job suggestion motivated me more. AI. Amanda completed Module 1. Score, 62%. Barely passing, I noted. But she's trying. Rachel. The kitchen comment. Mom leaned in. Perfectly illuminating, I said. Showed exactly what you thought of me. Now. I displayed the org chart. Everyone's exactly where they deserve to be. New data flickered. Markets reacted to our tech rollout. Your father, Mom whispered, he's not sleeping. Knowing all his investment success was powered by my systems, I said. Maybe he should have noticed what his struggling daughter was building. Phone chimed. Amanda requests a meeting. I checked HR. She stood outside, her designer outfit wrinkled from hours of real work. Send her up, I said. Mom, stay for this. Amanda entered, clutching the manual like a lifeline. The algorithms, she said. They're brilliant. I never understood. I just used the interface, not the math behind it. Is what I built while you mocked my startup, I said. Amazing what you learn starting from the bottom. I want to understand it, she said. All of it. The real way, not summaries. Mom gasped. I studied Amanda's face, humility or reality finally breaking through. That's why you're in training, I said. Real success isn't inherited. It's built, line by line, trade by trade. Phone chimed. Asian markets closed. Another record day. Back to class, I told Amanda. You have a lot to learn. As they left, Mom supporting a shell-shocked Amanda, I turned back to the displays. Numbers flowed like digital rivers of vindication. Each billion a proof of what they had dismissed.